Cordyceps mind control. Cordyceps is a fungus, and when they take over their host, they mind control them. And the reason why I'm talking about this today is because we are under siege, right? And as we know, those perps try to control us. And I was wondering how they go about it, so I was researching, and I realized the scientists had to find an example in nature. All the drugs come from nature. So they got the idea, as far as I'm concerned, from these cordyceps. So I'll show which video there's here. Cordyceps zombie, mind controlling zombie fungus. I'll use this one. It's shorter. Skip ad. I'm trying to skip the ad. Okay, here we go.
Cordyceps are one of the stranger species of fungi around, as they are all endoparasitoids, meaning that the parasite spends the majority of its lifetime attached to or living within its host organism. Arthropods and insects are the main target for these fungi, and the whole process begins when a single spore lands on the insect, penetrating the soft tissue through the tiny holes of its body, known as spiracles. Once inside, the spore germinates, forming a mycelium, a network of vegetative mass that consists of thousands of branches known as hyphae. These thread-like hyphae slowly explore and invade any available space within the insect's tissue. While this is all happening, the fungi is slowly breaking down and consuming the insect for nutrients. At this point, the insect is slowly getting digested from the inside out. The only tissues that are left intact are the vital components to keep the insect alive for a couple more hours, as during this time, the fungi will start to alter the behavioral patterns of the host to benefit its own needs. Ophiocordyceps unilateralis is the best studied parasitic fungi. It infects ants of the Camponotini tribe. Once the fungi infects the host and has reached the point just before the release of its spores, it guides the infected ant away from the safety of the nest to find an area off the ground that has suitable temperature and humidity for optimal fungi growth. Once it's found the suitable conditions, the fungi forces them to climb under a leaf and bite down. This is known as the death grip. From now on, the host remains there for between 4 to 10 days until it starves and dies. During this period, the fruiting bodies of the fungi will erupt through the ant's head while releasing the fungi spores. These microscopic spores drift softly in the wind, allowing them to travel in all directions and coating any surface they come in contact with. There they wait, remaining dormant for months. That is, until an unfortunate victim walks over them, picking up one of the deadly spores, resulting in the whole cycle starting again. This process can be devastating for the ants, as toward the end stage of infection, the host never travels far away from the nest. So those millions of spores are directly in the vicinity of the colony the ant had been protecting and providing for its entire life. This often leads to the fungus infecting and decimating the whole colony. In response to this, the ants have evolved the ability to actually sense that a member of the colony is infected, as the healthy ants carry the infected individual away from the colony in order to avoid fungal spore exposure for the rest of the colony. Thanks for watching our newest video. If you're interested in other...
Anyway, that is the zombie mind controlling thing. Okay, so my point is we are getting fungus because I know that my body had gotten fungus or whatever was in there after I got my hand stabbed by one of the perps when he took my phone, and I saw my blood had that stuff and it smelled. So I was wondering how they were able to control my body. And they do control my body. These perp people with their torture stuff. And I also did the other video about the Chinese scientists. They do Falun Gong, and the Falun Gong, they always. This site, animals and insects used to torture Falun Gong practitioners. I showed it before. I'm just doing a follow-up to say that Chinese scientists are known to do this. Use worms to torture the people they don't like. They don't like the Falun Gong and the Urkuts, the Muslim peoples in their countries. And they use bugs. America doesn't like us people. That's why they're torturing us too. And I said I had my phone stolen and I got stabbed like I showed in my video, right? And then I saw the blood the next day or whatever, 2 days ago. The blood, and I seen the worm in my blood, and I showed that in the video too. So I know that verified to me. And then the perp told me that it's in my blood, the stuff, whatever they're using. Okay, and it's worms. They're using worm. I don't know about you people, but with me, they're using worms. And here is the worm that I found that they said these worms called the, I don't know how to say this right. The worm? The elogons. I don't know how to say that word. The Canandor herbatis. I don't know how to say it right. That's the name of the worm. It's a round worm or some stuff like that. Scientists use it in their research. They said this is a popular worm that they use. And it looks just like the worm that I had in my picture. Here is the other picture of it. Where's the other picture of it? I'm trying to find the picture I had in it. Yeah, it looks like that. These things looks like the one that I had in my blood. I mean, not that big, but the same shape. And as far as I'm concerned, this is my theory, okay? I just want people to know, my theory. This is a popular worm, and they say they use this worm. Scientists create new standard genome for heavily studied worm. They use this worm to be the military crazy scientists. And it's the military who does this, being funded by the military and the pharmaceutical companies, as far as I'm concerned. They use these bugs, and then that little small ones, the small little things, is the ones that comes out of my skin. I don't get it big like that yet. I don't have it like that big. But I do get these little things like that. When I do my detoxing, these little things, the little ones comes out. And that's the little swimmy things that was in my blood. These little ones. Not the big one yet. I didn't get it big. What's it called? I don't know how to pronounce the word. You know, call it genome. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, sorry, I'm going off topic. These scientists are using these bugs to control us. Based on the Cordyceps. They take the Cordyceps model because they use science to control us. You know, they use science to control us. So that they see how the Cordyceps in nature goes after ants and attacks the ants, and then the fungus, they release the Cordyceps release the fungus onto the ant, and it controls the ant's mind. And I showed that video just now. Blah blah blah. So these scientists are doing this to us. So that's why all of us, sometimes our brains be acting crazy. You know, because they got us these worms, and I found it in my blood. Because when I got my hand stabbed, I saw the worm in my blood, and the perp man told me it's in my blood. I would not have known that had I not seen these. This is what it looks like, these little ones, not the big ones, but it could get that big, you know, if it grows. You know, it looks nasty, but they program it and they make it into antennas and all that stuff. Let me tell you, I got billions of these things in my body, the small ones. I be detoxic every day, and they keep reinfecting me. I'm tired of it. It's tiring to take them out, but I'm getting them out. I'm betting them out. They have it in my vagina right now and my rectum. And Alfonso, the perp guy, he be zapping me continuously recently. I don't know how my neighbor or somebody helped. It has to be my neighbor who helped him. When I'm not around here, they be placing stuff, you know, the dust around where I live at, you know, chemtrails or in the water, wherever I'm saying. And they place these things in me and it's not Morgellons. It's these worms. This is a popular worm that the scientists use. And I just have to let you people know. So what you got to do is take worm medicine and detox your body, like I've been saying. It's unbelievable to you, but it's what's going on. They don't want to know, you know, what's going on. So I just want you to know it's already been done anyway. Nature does it already with Cordyceps. If you see Cordyceps, I just showed you that video. Don't tell me. The girl told me I'm lying. One of these on purpose just yell and say I'm lying. Shut up, woman. They know that's what's going on. I'm telling you, it comes out of my skin every day. I be detoxing. And then he had it in my vagina so bad, he made my vagina muscle move in, out, in, out. He goes into my ankle, my toes. And it's worms. And then I be in pain. Man, I be getting such pain. I had, not now. And they was in my toes. And they placed it in my pinky toe. And but right now he's in the vagina area. You know, I'm trying to get it out. Small ones, the small little ones, they're small. I didn't have the big ones because if you let them grow, they could get that big. I didn't have them that big. You know, they just put them in there recently, but they go grow. You know, you get tapeworms in your body, and people get big ones. I'm not putting them. I'm just saying they use the technology of Cordyceps to get us, and then it makes us antennas, and then it gets the frequency of the microwave signal, and then if you don't get rid of these things, they will control your body, and eventually they'll kill you. The purpose is not going to kill us. These worms that they place in us will kill us because it overpowers us and it overpowers you. And then your skin starts to change. Your face will look different. You get puffy looking. And you start gaining weight. So if you start to develop a little pouch stomach, please get rid of your little pouchy stomach. I got a little pouchy stomach. I'm trying to get rid of it. And yeah, because that's where they got the worms with me. They call it the gut. The gut does control your mind. The worms in there. So, people, that's all I'm trying to say. It's hard, sounds far-fetched, but it's not far-fetched. I was trying to find this video, you know, do this video, but I couldn't do the video because they took the volume of my computer off. Here's another zombie. We don't want to be no zombies. Okay, that's all I have to say. In my video, I was trying to show this video. All these ads, you know, I have ads on my YouTube. Oh, I showed that already. Did I show that?
Cordyceps are one of the stranger species of fungi around,
Oh,
as they are all...
I was trying to show the other video. Which one didn't I show? Out. Just know what's going on.
Fungi and slime molds race to decompose dead matter on the forest floor. Many spread by releasing spores.
They release
up to
spores.
30,000 a second.
That means in the air. So that's how they getting it in us.
If just one of these spores lands in the right place and takes root, it can colonize a whole new area.
In our brains and mind controlling us. The military, U.S. military doing that. They employ the scientists around the world from China, Korea, Japan,
feed on the dead.
India. All those smart people. I'm not a smart person like all that. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, these scientists, they be they're on the payroll of America. Wake up, people. America's doing all this against us, against its people. They're still stuck in 1940, whatever. They still think we're in the World War II, Cold War era. They don't want to stop with all these bugs. So you got technology to do it. So what? You don't got to do it, right? Use it for positivity and don't hurt your people like what they're doing against us. That's what I'm just pissed off. Why they're hurting their people with this technology and putting it. They can help people with spinal injuries or paraplegic people, you know, regain movement in their limbs and stuff. They don't got to be doing it against people and you know, it's ridiculous. Use it in the right way. Stop using it the wrong way. So I just wish, you know, I just want people to know what's going on, because you don't have Morgellons, you don't have what's the other one, Lyme disease, you don't have bed bugs or whatever they be lying to you. You got these worms in there. These worms that these scientists are using. These worms. And that's the name of them. Yeah. They're using that to control us. Oh, I'm sorry I'm going off and on. Just terrible what they're doing. Making us into zombies and parasites with worms. And the cats, oh, if you have cats and all that, did I say in the other video? Make sure you clean your cats and your dogs and stuff, because they get the parasites, worms in them too. And they get affected and they have the same problems. You wouldn't know, but they have it already in them too. So make sure you deworm your animals. Don't leave and cats, if the cats get to you, and pork, if you eat a lot of pork, that goes into your brain and makes you crazy, and they take over your brain. And if you eat a lot of sushi, the worms goes in your stomachs and make you nuts. All these things they're doing, mind controlling us with worms. That's what America's up to. I'm just exposing it. All right, people. Have a nice day. Please deworm. Use the Artemisia wormwood, or however you want to go about it. Just get the worms out. If you get developing a kind of small stomach or big stomach, overweight, lose your weight, and stay away from. I've try to avoid as much sugar, wheat, and rice. Rice especially, because rice is a glue and it keeps all the biofilm sticking on you. You got to get some like alcohol, like wine or something, like the French use wine. Try to drink some wine now and again to deglue your body, and use a lot of grapefruit or oranges and all that kind of vitamin C kind of food. And keep resisting these people and keep your body going as best as possible so you can resist them when they come and annoy you. Have a nice day.